good. You got bro. Yeah, we good.
Now,
Ah.
is up to the heavens. Now,
Once again, it's on.
alright, we're going to give all praise, honors, and glories unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth that we're well. Shalom to the elect that scattered through the four corners of the earth. Alright, we out here, the Church of Philadelphia, and we're going to start off with this camp by blowing off the trumpet, sounding off the alarm. Alright? Bear with us.
Grab Ezekiel 33 and 33. Now, like, we're in a time where a lot of people that told the truth to, now they're starting to come back. Oh no, he was telling the truth. But when they come back, they still in a dumbed down stage because they didn't hear the voice of the Lord from the beginning. You know? They didn't come out here on the highways and speak. And yo, when you do that, that's showing your strength, man. That's showing how strong you are. And it's also showing how much that you do really care about the Lord. You know? Because you got a lot of people out here, boom, 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 video, and they don't care about the Lord. Just to do something on. Oh, I got this up. This thing is deadly serious. Even the prophets of old, they took, I don't even want to say take breaks, because they was always in the spirit. But they were taken away from to be able to come back and bring them a message. To speak to you. Moses showed you that. Ezra showed you that. Ezra was a inquisitive man. He wanted to know this, he wanted to know that. You know, we'll bring it out, brother.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33, verse 33.
God.
And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come.
See that? Yo, everything that we've been speaking of, from the MOT to the B, that's the ultimate, that's one of the ultimate end-all, be-all prophecies. Then you're going to know who was telling the truth and who was lying. The apostles told you about this garden. They've been on it for a long time. I'm gonna go with Apostle Tahar. Been on that for a long time, man. Why? Because the Spirit put on them to be able to bring out that prophecy. Go ahead, bro.
It says, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them.
See that? So, once them people start telling you, and even with them telling you, you was right. You didn't know. I don't want to hear that from you. What I want to hear it from Yahweh. Yahweh. Well done, my good and faithful servant. That's the words you want to hear. Because these people now, and they're still bugged out, man. You just listen to them. When they come and start talking, you looking at them like, hey, yo, what are you talking about, man? If King Solomon was here, King David was here, they want to understand that speech that you're speaking. Even if you were speaking in the same Hebrew language. The things that you're talking about that goes contradiction, yeah.
Contradicts or contrary.
Yeah,
Mhm.
contrary to this doctrine, you're off, man. You know, we tell you about slaves, they had them, so why can't we talk about them? But once we start talking about it, now it's a problem. You're public enemy number one.
Because that's the time we're in, where there's so much information in this media where it contradicts the truth from the lies from the truth. You know, we're in them times. So that's why they want to make us look bad. Or whoever. You got people that you got whistleblowers, right? You got people that still bringing down truth about the corruption of what's going on. But at the end of the day, the truth shall stand. The scripture says, the truth shall stand, regardless of the matter. Alright? Whether you believe it like it or not. Because then shall they know that a prophet was among them. Or prophets in different states.
And hey, what you got to understand is Esau, Edom, and the other heathen nations. It's like Superman, right? Superman is kryptonite, right? That's adverse to Superman. What's adverse to Esau, Edom, and the other heathen nations is the truth. They're allergic. They get an allergic reaction by the truth, right? It's like kryptonite to them.
Hancock.
Yeah.
It's kind.
Well, yeah.
Esau blew up the shit.
Right. It is something that they have tried to avoid and have avoided for so long that, hey, sure, they got to spin the story. They got to continue to control the narrative because they're powerless when the truth comes out. They're powerless, you know? And that's why the scriptures say you can't do nothing against the truth but for the truth. They think they can come against it, but hey, but God said they break out in hives. Hey, shalom, my God. Yeah. That's right, brother. That's right. Yeah. Hey, man, truth is a powerful weapon. They get to scratching and itching, right? Hey, man. Hey.
This is the book of Job, chapter 19 and 29. It says, Be ye afraid of the sword, for wrath bringeth the punishments of the sword, that ye may know there is a judgment. And that's why the Lord is bringing these things upon the earth, right? Because you got his prophets out here that speak constantly telling. How long are the men of the Lord going to be out here speaking? Because it's done. Now it's to the point where the men of the Lord look like a stop sign.
Right.
Because you on the corner. Week in and week out. You know, he like, damn, yo, this guy, and the people come out here and look at that, man. You know? People come out here and look at that. So like, we come out here week in, week out and speak the truth. But it's coming a time where you're not going to be out here. Like the song the brother sent me from President Bell, from Uptown, you know. But she said, one of these moments, she said, it won't be very long. Mm-hmm. You will look for me, and I'll be gone. That's what we're coming to with this doctrine. You want to come out here looking for the true men of the Lord. Because, yo, with any righteous man on the streets, we got wicked.
Right,
They
right,
always try to throw that monkey wrench.
right. And it's nothing new, though. If I may, bro,
Yeah.
throughout the scriptures, man, when we bring out the scriptures to the people, right? There's nothing new under the sun. This Yahweh, the Lord changes not. Right? We're in a society where we at now. There's many societies that we lived in. The Lord brought plagues, pestilence, infirmities, famines, and in those societies, you know, showing that it's how would you say, brother, a reincarnation of these things of these prophetic things to occur. So what's the difference between where we are now, right? It just shows you more where when you read about the visions that our forefathers had, and we're going to get them scriptures, but as in the days of Noah where so shall it also come in the Son of Man. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. But we're in the statute. We're in the last stages. The what you call that, bro? In the prints, the hand, the fingers.
Oh, the statue.
The 10 toes.
The statue there too.
The 10
Yeah.
toes. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 10 toes. And we see what's going on with it. Because we refer to it as 10 toes. We know what that's about.
Mixed with miry clay.
So,
yeah.
It's a game, Now you want to call back, huh? Mother sucker. Forgive us. Nah, like the brother was saying with the
10 toes.
10 toes, right? What's the major thing that eats? I'm 10 toes down. Not knowing, yo, you can get a listen. If you get a one piece of your pinky toe, right? You get a hangnail or something like that. That shit fucks up your whole body. You're walking awkward. And that's what the Lord looks at us now. We're walking awkward, man. You know? Until he wakes you up and gives you back that breath of life, which he gave to Adam.
Right.
From the beginning of time.
Right.
And what Adam do, he took it, he ran with it, but what was his downfall? The fucking woman, man. Never fails. You know? Never fails. That's why us as men of the Lord, hopeful elect, you gotta really you gotta value yourself. And it's not even on no bragging like, no, I'm this, no. You gotta value yourself. I spoke to a dude the other day. This dude, he of course, you know, Muslim shit, Philadelphia. Every Philadelphian, well, not every Philadelphia, but the majority of Philadelphia want to be fucking Muslims, man. Which is a bunch of bullshit. You know? You're a slave, man. But yo, just speaking normal things, I'm telling, like my father told me never go down on a woman. I said, why is that? He said, because when you go down on her, you're showing submission to it. And I was like, oh shit. I never looked at it. But I could understand what he was saying. Like, damn, that's like a nigga get on his knee. Will you marry me? Get the fuck out of here, bitch.
Traditional shit is
Yeah.
not. Yeah,
But
that's
yo,
not
we're
our
not
custom.
supposed to.
Not
We're
our
not
tradition.
supposed to. A man is not supposed to bow down to no woman because they're the weaker vessel.
Right. What did it say? Paul said that. The head of the man. The head of the woman is
The
the man.
man. Yeah.
And that's what
That's the order. That's the proper order.
That's where this whole place got it messed up at. So when I said little things like that to the man, he got angry. And I could tell this dude wanted to fight me. Because the next day, when I was walking to the parking lot, he hopped in the car with another coworker and they pulled off together.
And he got emotional.
Yeah, I ain't tripping.
Probably was raised by a woman,
Exactly.
right? With no
More than
man.
likely.
Yeah,
the
with a
way
man
your
not
hair is.
teaching.
More than likely.
Yep. Yep. That's why our men are so emotional
Right.
in these last days.
That's
Right?
why majority of these niggas is so fucking effeminate.
Yeah.
You know, spiritual. They're just naturally effeminate.
Right.
You know?
The fuck?
Got the precept though. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 40.
Good.
And the
Yo,
fourth
watch
kingdom.
What the Lord say. Watch what the Lord says about those feet.
And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron.
Right.
For as much as iron breaketh in
And
pieces.
the fourth kingdom. So where are we at? Right there.
Right. That's right.
Babylon. The fourth kingdom. So now you had the whole statue. But the Lord said this is the fourth kingdom, this is the end. You had Babylon. You had the Medio Persians, you had the Persians. You had the Greeks. You had
Roman.
Then
the Romans. You had Rome. You had Rome.
You had the Syrians.
Now we're to the Americas, right?
Right.
I'm gonna say the Americas. All right, now Trump. Now listen, nigga, Nero, you want to throw all of our people out of this place, starting the northern kingdom, right? Who's gonna take those jobs? This place, and that's another way you know that this place is gonna fall significantly from the inside out, man. That's doing shit like that.
Yeah. Hey, and that's how you know what was written aforetime was written for our learning. Because who went into that Assyrian captivity? The Northern Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, Northern Kingdom. Who's getting the progression of Jacob's trouble right now? The Northern Kingdom.
And rightfully so.
You can't make that up.
And rightfully so because of all the wickedness that you niggas do.
Them idols, boy.
Yo, Hosea prophesied to y'all to the southern kingdom.
It says,
Right? No, the northern kingdom. So
there was a trouble.
with the Ephraimites and everything like that. Why? Because the Ephraimites. Matter of fact, all you northern tribes. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say like this: all Israel, y'all niggas went off and served another god.
Right.
That's why the Lord is so angry. That's why the Lord has us come out here to how you say reset. To reset it. Like I'm gonna put y'all out here. Y'all brothers right here. Y'all want to speak my words. They're gonna hate you. Some people gonna love you. Just like last week with the young lady that came through. You know, she really wanted to know. Like she was like, yo, like her spirit was so crazy. I'm like, man, she was a younger woman. She reminded me of my daughter. That's the way that, and yo, like you're able to have a conversation with people like that. Like they look at us as enemies, but they look at their own people as like, of course. You know, I just seen the job when it was a Edomite, and dude from TMZ, Harvey, whatever, the so-called Jewish guy, right? And there's an Edomite guy who's like, yo, man, we got a society where we only just want white people here. I'm like, I ain't mad at you, bro. He's like, cause yo, we got this, we got that, and our history and that. Yeah, no, teach that.
Right.
You teach that amongst your community, you cool, man. But once you start coming over here, with that bullshit, you miss me.
Right.
Because we ain't with that. We have a history, and that's what we're teaching. So it's cool for you to be what they call it. Yo, the nigga said the same. He's like, what you mean racist? He's like, well, I'm Jewish, and if I wanted to join your community, he was like, oh. He said, you're going to taint it. You know, going to, I think it's First Ezra. You know? When it's talking about, like, we're not supposed to mix our seed with this seeds and all that. That's how holy we are. That's how royal we are, man. And even though doing such, you're still going to have an Israelite child, but they're going to be more susceptible to the bullshit that this place has to offer.
Right, and that's why.
Yeah, and this time, yeah.
When you read about in the book of Revelation, when John the Revelator saw the 12,000 that was scattered, that was saved. No, the 12,000 out of each tribe that was saved. They all spoke in different languages. They all spoke in different. In other words, they came from different areas of earth. You know, so that just shows you right there alone that the 12,000 out of each tribe is gonna come from the four corners of the earth. That ain't just one spot, man.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Hey, we got prophets out on the four corners of the earth. Of course not. You think Yahweh Bashim Rashad gonna lead them out there? No. You know, so it says, and the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things.
Yo, and that's like Trump now, man. You got iron. Trump knows that he's that iron. And he also knows that you got that Maori play. That's why you're trying to intermingle your kingdom with all these other kings. I like King John Home. I like how he rule his thing. If you're a ruler, you rule, man.
Yeah.
You know? This Bible, man. This Bible, this is our laws, man. 613 laws, statutes, and commandments. That's what we stand on. That's our legacy. That's our kingdom. And that's how we're going to run the kingdom. Through 613 laws, man. But Esau kingdom, you could be whatever. You can do this, you can do that. There's no structure here. That's why iron mixed with what? Clay. You don't really got a foot to stand on. I don't give a fuck how long you went to school for. You know? How many degrees you got? If you don't know this word right here, you don't know nothing. Everything that you did was in vain.
Right. Just like how you got that ball from Sakari. You know, I did a lesson on that because the only reason why I did a lesson on that was to show that those people that, you know, you got younger men, women, children that wake up to know they're Israelites. They see shit like that. No, that's not it. You know? Because we're not out here getting anything for money or anything like that. So it was just to show that that's prophetic. Regardless of the matter, that's still prophecy.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm going to still bring that out because it's in the scriptures, right? You have people doing things for filthy leadership. vainglory, trying to show, no, the truth is the truth, man. Right? No matter who it is, if you out there and nobody else is watching you, but the Lord is watching you, and you speaking the truth, yo, that's all that matters.
Hey, and you got to understand that some men are set up to be a sign of wickedness,
And there's
right? And an
false
example, as an example, right? And when you think about it,
bitch ass nigga.
over the years, who's been getting on this guy, rebuking him?
He exposed himself.
Apostles and elders and Bishop GMS, right? Started with Apostle Hard trying to show righteous rebuke, right? Which is really love, but he couldn't get it. So the Lord gradually let him show his own self for destruction. That's what people don't get. This was nothing new. This is something that's been happening years,
Look how
for
much
years.
blood he has on his hands.
Yeah.
And yo, what you said, brother, how much, yo, says been years.
Now that's all.
And that goes to show you too. Like coming up in the garden. You got righteous seeds, you got wicked seeds. You got weeds, you gotta pull them out daily. And that's a part of defending the gospel. Pulling the weeds out.
Hey,
Garden.
hey, and what's another example of that for that sign? Not to put your trust in men.
That's dope.
That's a clear example, because now you're going to see the men that was in so-called Sakari. We're going to see the ones that are going to stand stiffly for the word, because they're still out there. You know, they're going to be still out there, right? So the Lord is going to, make sure that his elect, is predestinated. So no matter what this man has done, hey, they're going to still be out there preaching the word, right? So, hey, that's a perfect example of, again, what not to do, right? And a perfect example is putting your trust and faith in Yahweh Bashim Shai and not a man, because he's a creature. He's not the creator. So you still preach the word. You still push the word. Brothers in so-called Sakari, whatever you're going to call yourselves now, hey, get a new name and push the word. Because it's not about him.
Sincere.
Yeah, because it's not about him.
And yo, the apostles, that's just the gospel, period. Right? The gospel itself. If they're with us, they're not against us.
Right.
They're speaking the same thing, they believe in the same thing. That's a heavy thing.
Right. And that's a great point, because that's what Yahweh Shai said, right? So who are you as a creature to say, if you ain't in this camp, then hey, you not in the truth.
Right, because yo,
Let's go.
Right? Yeah.
But they said,
you got something? I got a free site. It's a back of home.
but so just
Yeah, I got it.
No. Because now what you said was true. You know, it is the book of Titus, chapter 1, verse 7. It says, for a bishop must be blameless as the steward of God.
the steward.
Not self-willed. Hear it up. Not self-willed. Not soon angry. Not given to wine. Nor drinker. Not given to filthy lucre. Right? So we're preaching the gospel, the good news. It's not good to everybody. Because we're telling them destruction is coming. Nigga. So it's not good for everybody. And we don't give a fuck who it's good for. Forgive my speech.
It's why
at the end of the day, it's about the truth. It's about the truth. Right? So we are prophesying, telling the people this, just like in every generation. That's why in every generation it was destroyed from the inside out, crippled from the inside out. Rome, Greece, Babylon, Nineveh, but it comes with the territory, And so I'm going to read this again. It says, Titus chapter 1, verse 7, it says, for bishop must be blameless as the steward of God, not self-willed. We're not self-willed, right? We follow the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. To our apostles that taught us, right? And we move on and we teach that. That's why we give them double honors, you know? Because that shows that, yo, we're part of that one body. That same faith, the same gospel, the same, you know? But it says, not self-willed, not soon angry, not given to wine, no striker, not given a filthy lucre, but a lover of hospitality, a lover of good men,
Yo, so you're not
sober, just, holy, temperate.
You're not supposed to be like these. You gotta keep your cool wits about you.
And if I may, real quick, Salakia, got a lot of men that know they Israelites, but with their organizations, it's a stumbling block unto many because they're doing things for filthy lucre's sake. Yo, us brothers up here, some of us live together. We, you know, it's genuine, man. Yahweh Shah was genuine to the 12. He wasn't pretending, man. That's why he was out in the highways and the byways. You niggas, a lot of people that go out in the highways and the byways, in the churches, on the temple, on the mosque. Listen, this is church. This is church. When 2 or 3 are gathered, there's the Lord in the midst. He's right here. All right? So all of that extra stuff, it's a facade. So you gotta know what it is, man. You know, pray to the Lord to guide you, to know who's speaking the truth, who's sincere about the truth. You know? Because we in them times, man.
And hey, and like we were saying, right? The apostles, you know, starting with Apostle Tahar on down, was telling this guy, stop with that rap stuff, right? Stop with that, you don't serve Yahweh Shai. Stop with saying Paul, you know, isn't spiritually inspired, you know? Stop, you know, rebuking them, right? Rebuking them false doctrines, right? The guy just couldn't get right. Hey man, you like couldn't get right on the movie Life. You know?
So you got the scriptures where it talks about the vagabond Jews.
I got the one where it says forbade him not to. When you just said bring out. All right, it says this is the book of Luke, chapter 10, chapter 9, verse 49. And John answered and said, Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name.
There you go.
And we forbade him because he followeth not with us. And Yahushua said unto him, forbid him not, for he that is not against us is for us.
Yo, you see that right there? That lets you know who is who, so to speak. Because that's why I wanted to got about the vagabond Jews, because those guys thought that they could just come in there and just do whatever the hell they want to do. But they seen the power and the spirit of Yahweh outside. All those men that was just doing it. And yo, that was just in those men to do what they did. You know, like the Lord don't need none of this.
But they can't, if I may, but they can't. Because remember when Yahweh Shah spoke about them that try to climb in from the window from behind.
God.
You can't just do that.
Yeah, crept in
What's that? I
unawares.
think that's it. The beloved Saint Matthew, the 10th chapter. The 10th chapter. When Yahweh Shah was speaking about how you had a lot of men that try to come in, crept in unawares, trying to creep up from behind.
Right.
No, you can't do that. Because it gotta be the truth. It can't be finagle or how it sounds good. The truth is the truth, man.
You coming in, well, people come in and try to be the guy, right? Because they, like you said, they're doing it for filthy lucre's sake. Though. You're not doing it for the truth's sake. You're not doing it to magnify, glorify, and praise the name of Yahweh Shem Shah. You're doing it for yourself.
Come. That's why you have a lot of false religions. That's why you have a lot of false religions. Because they're trying to creep in from behind. No. Just because you're in the this is the church. This is church. Where 2 or 3 are gathered. There's the Lord. We're not in the mosque, in a building, or in a sign in the Bible 3C charter. This is Yahweh Shai, when he was in the sea, when he was talking to you Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which are the biblical Israelites. He was out to and fro, telling y'all, face to face, yo, listen, this is what it is. So every kingdom that fell, the Lord sent men out to prophesy the same thing before that society collapsed. We're not making ourselves to be nothing. It is what it is. That's scripture, like I brought up.
We got a good brother.
This book of Luke, chapter 9, verse 49. And John answered and said, Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name, and we forbade him because he followeth not with us.
And yo, guess what? You got a lot of dudes that do that too. And it's true. How you know their name? How you know this? That's why the Lord, man, listen. The Lord started the apostles, right? That's why you get the affiliate camps and things of that nature. Meaning, that's the spirit of the Lord. Because you hear the message, you get it, you understand it, and you teach it, and you research it. So when you come out here from the towers and hedges and not confounded. It's like Yahweh Shai, bro. When Yahweh Shai was on the scene, he never boasted himself. So for you Christians, oh, that was God in the flesh. Oh yeah, Emmanuel, yeah, okay. You want to talk like that? Yeah, he wasn't God. He was a power. He is a power. But the ultimate power is Yahweh, who he always called him. That's right. That's why he told us to pray the Lord's Prayer, man. And even coming up in these upcoming times, yo, you better be praying right now, man. You better be praying right now. Because if you're not, I don't know what to tell you. This shit about to hit the fan, man.
You gotta believe. That's why the scriptures say the end shall speak and not lie. We're watching the end. The end is speaking. We're seeing the end speaking. After all the prophecies that's written in this book, it's speaking. It's happening.
And hey, like the brother was saying, too, the fact that you look at what the apostles say, hey, there's going to be the elect in every camp, right? They don't say, hey, if you're not GMS, you are not a man of the Lord. But other camps do say that. It's like they got some gang-banging mentality, right? That evil spirit on them. Whereas you can see a righteous man of the Lord, like Apostle GMS on down, they will say, hey, man, you're gonna get men of the Lord out of every camp, right?
What happened with King Saul? He was a man of the Lord at one point. The Lord took him out. Gave him up to delusion. That was the king. So we want to be part of that house. Everybody is a part of some house. Some house. Whatever building you in.
House of David or House of Saul?
Whether
Which
it's
one?
this bank, whether it's that fucking temple, church, but whatever. You part of that house. Right? We outside. Brothers, like Yahushua did. Yahushua, that's what he did. Prophesied to his people, man. You know? Come to the house of the Lord. Seek ye first the house of the Lord. All these things shall be added unto you. Everybody want everything. But they don't know everything that they want is going to be destroyed. But what we desire is going to be everlasting. That's what we out here. You know?
But yo, it's some more than that.
Yeah, it just says, and Yahushua said unto him, forbid him not, for he that is not against us is for us.
That's right. I'm heavy on that. You know? Matter of fact, Grandmaster 1-1. Start from the top. Going into what the brother was saying, going into the genealogy. Genealogy of Yahushua. So yo, he had to come from a great root, a great tree, a great branch. As the ones that follow him and the ones that were before him. You know? And we hope to be a part of that branch, a part of that tree. Going into what you mentioned about like Saul, the house of Saul, the houses. And that's why like before I understood everything, and I used to read like and then be like this person begat, but I'm like, yo, why do I need to know all this? Now I'm understanding it more now, like because you have to know that because that's where you come from. That's your root. The root of Jesse, that's where your Yahushua comes from. He was a man in the flesh, just like us.
That's right. That's right.
And we out here ushering him back into this world.
That's right.
That's what we're doing. What you got, bro?
Let's look at Matthew chapter 1, verse 1. The book of the generation of Yahushua HaMashiach.
See that? The book of the generations of Yahushua HaMashiach. Generations. Meaning what? He had to come out the womb. So he came out of a woman. Sperm was put into that woman. Right? And she held the child. But that child he was just so righteous and so holy. And he came out knowing everything.
God. The book of the generation of Yahushua HaMashiach, the son of David.
That's right.
The son of Abraham.
See that? Come on, the son. That's why I always go and say son of man. Son of man. Because why? Of course we're sons of God. But son of man means you have to come out of the womb. You have to be the sperma has to be put into that woman for her to be able to push that child out.
Yeah, that's why Jake always say that's my seed.
Exactly.
You know, that's that. Who else says that but us?
Come on now.
Come on, bro. That's your name.
Right.
You know, and that's how, Yahushua said that.
And yo,
Be fruitful and multiply.
Right.
So how else are we gonna multiply? You know?
And this is a righteous tree. How you get like your family trees, you can go back. Oh, let me trace my origin back. And yo, people tend to do that. The more older they get, because now you want to know where you come from. Who was my great, and you looking up all those things. But the Bible tells you the genealogy. Well,
The genealogy.
Genealogy. I keep fucking that word up.
Right.
The genealogy.
Right. You want to get into it.
I'm going to just say the G.
You
I'm going to say the Ross.
You're going
Yeah.
into the roots.
The genes.
Yeah.
But you're going into the roots.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's right.
But you want to go into the roots
Yeah.
because that's the foundation. That's where everything comes from. So if you don't know where you come from, how you know where you're going?
Right.
How you know where you're headed?
Oh.
So it's only right. You know, that's natural.
Bring it up, bro.
It says Abraham
You up.
begat Isaac, and Isaac begat Jacob.
Hold on. Did it say anything about a woman?
Right.
Since you women always want to talk about the
I
height,
carried this. I did that.
but it's telling you, Abraham begat who? Isaac. Isaac. It's talking about the fathers. You can go all the way back to Genesis, man. But it tells you how important you are, man. Look at this right here. What we're talking about the men.
Or even when we go into the book of St. Matthew, the 20th chapter, where it breaks down the linkages, such and such, we got this, we got him, we got him, we got him, we got him. It was all through men. It was all through men. Because why? Because it's a seed. Seeds, seeds, seeds. Lineages. Where we at now? You know? There's no such thing as a mix or whatever. How they got in society. That's how we know that, yo, who Yahweh Shai is, that's where we come from. It's not a mixture.
Got a precept for that too.
You know?
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 18.
Bring it up.
And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
By the house of their fathers, which is a pedigree, which is what? Going into the words, lineages, genes.
Right.
All right? So that's how we able to discern, yo, he comes from this house. No, he come from that house. They even show you that in movies. You know, the Hunger Games, they show you that in the movie Game of Thrones. Just like now. The problem is, nowadays, you got Jake women, which are naked women, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, which are the biblical Israelites. They sleep with everybody else. They don't know their last father. They don't know that. That's why they got shows called Maury. It's a mockery. It's sad. It's a curse.
Yo, but then go back to that now. That's what we want.
Wow.
You know?
The genealogy.
It says Abraham begat Isaac, and Isaac begot Jacob, and Jacob begot Judas and his brethren, and Judas begot Phares and Zara of Tamar, and Phares begot Ezram, and Ezram begot Aram.
And yo, this is all the lineage of our big brother. Our lineage too. Go ahead, bro.
And Aram begot Amminadab, and Amminadab begot Nisan, and Nisan begot Solomon, and Solomon begot Booz of
That's a
Rakab.
history book. That's a history book right there. Because it's telling you your lineage. Because now, like, yo, this place is so corrupt and messed up. Where they go off the bloodline of the mothers. But the Bible don't speak like that. It goes to the men, man. The men. That's the one, because out of all, you know what? I'm going to ask somebody. I want to ask them, where did the first woman come from? And see what they say. Because it came from a man.
Yeah, that's our seed. And it says, and Aram begot Amminadab, and Amminadab begot Nisan, and Nisan begot Solomon, and Solomon begot Booz of Rakab, and Booz begot Obed of Ruth, and Obed begot Jesse.
And yo, these men's names are mentioned for a reason. Because they were powerful men. You know?
And Jesse begot David,
See that?
the king.
Parents of Jesse. Hey, excuse me. Listen. Can I ask you something? Where did the first woman come from?
Are you ready?
I'm just
Are you
asking.
asking?
That's a regular question.
I don't know. You sound like
That's a good question.
No. The first woman came from a man.
from where?
The first woman came from a man. And after that first woman came, all men come through the woman. But the first woman came through the man. Adam and Eve. What you got, folks? I want to ask these
See,
two.
like that.
And Jesse,
Hey, excuse me.
Amen.
Can I ask you a question? Yo, where did the first woman come from?
Amen.
John 1
and at the end of the day, all women still come from a man because you come from our seed.
fucking right.
Yeah,
Yo, we
Whether you
determine
disagree or not,
right,
the sex and all that
right. It's our seed.
from a man,
Yeah,
you know? And yo, you know what? Like that, you see Eve, she was like, she ain't really buck up. But those other Jones, they was like, oh, we're in a rush. Why are you in the rush? Like, okay, you're in a rush to go where? Where you going? Every answer that you need is right here. Every answer that you need is right here.
They're just showing you from their characteristics. That's all.
huh?
That's cool.
Hey, miss, excuse me, can I ask you a question?
What about at work?
Oh,
Okay,
no,
where
you too
did
good.
the
You too
first woman
good.
come from?
You too good.
That's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Let it go. Let it rock.
Just
But
She said she's on her way to work. But guess what? You're about to work for your husband.
yeah, fine. And then when you think about it, even with Adam and Eve, right? Yahweh created man and woman, right? And then they became to produce and
That's
reproduce, right?
Genesis.
In Genesis, right?
That's-
Because people believe that Adam and Eve was the first creatures.
and that's all they think.
Right? Yeah.
They were just Adam and Eve.
Yeah, right. That's it.
So, yeah, that's one question I had. Because Second Ezra breaks it down. 6 chapters. One question I had from my godfather. He's supposed to be a man of cloth and everything. I said, listen. I said, if it was Adam and Eve, and they had
Cain and Abel.
Cain and Abel,
that'd be
I
incest.
said, so where the fuck did the rest of the people come from?
Right. Because that'd be incest.
That's bullshit.
Lord don't do incest.
Hey, listen, can I ask you a question? Where did the first woman come from? No. The man.
Oh,
Adam and Eve. Right?
Yeah. Right.
No, I ain't right. The Bible's right. I'm talking about. Yo, you too, sis. Oh, shit. Thanks.
And we got the couch right there, and they still want.
Dumbass.
Yeah.
What you got it, brother? That's me, too.
Got it. I ain't looking.
That's me.
Right.
That's all the brothers.
It says,
Genesis.
yeah, no, I got it.
Okay.
I'm looking at it. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to start.
Nah, go ahead. Take your time.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 23.
Good.
And the evening and the morning were the 5th day. And Yahweh said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, and the beasts of the earth after his kind. And it was so.
Now you seeing all the animals. That's why, like, yo, we're top dogs when it comes to this planet, right? Because, yo, going to Adam, all the animals had to come to Adam to get their names. Going to Yahushua as well. Like, Yahushua, that's why Yahushua was able to call you a viper. able to play this, able to play that. Why? Because he named it. He knew the characteristics of it. You know? And that yo, as an Israelite man, you should understand that yo, that's the more humble you should be. Not like this guy getting rammed in his anus. Now look at you, saying this is just a movement. Well, if this was just a movement, it would have been stopped. You got the Bloods and the Crips. That's a movement.
Right.
But yo, they were able to get up in there, yo, and even with the Israelite thing, they're able to get up in there too. But guess what? This is the ultimate. You're going to see who was found worthy through this Israelite community. You're going to see who was found worthy and who was fucking a fake.
Sure.
Yeah, this was written in the scriptures. How can you call something written in the scriptures a movement? Right? We're just reclaiming our nationality. How is reclaiming your nationality and way of life a movement?
Right.
It's who you are, dummy.
This is who. Yeah. This is a bloodline.
Right.
Stupid.
Yeah, and the Lord said you want to prophesy. Right?
What we
We
just
out
read?
here representing to our people
Yeah.
where we come from. A bloodline, a representative from our old
Right.
forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob.
But
You
guess
know?
what?
It's not a religion, it's not a group.
But them niggas,
You know?
they that's the same nigga. So it's not surprising, it's not shocking that he's saying the things that he's saying. Because you never trusted Yahweh Shai. You don't even believe the book of Hebrews, but that's talking about Yahweh Shai.
It's because he got exposed.
All right. All
That's
right.
why.
Hey, the Lord said he's going to choose your delusions. Hey,
Also, the Lord said you have your own words for upon yourself.
all right.
So now, look,
Hey, it's a terrible thing to fall in the hands of Yahweh Shema Shai. It's a
There you
terrible
go.
thing. Because you out here looking bad.
That's it. That's it.
You
Can
out
I ask
here
you a
looking
question
bad,
real fast? Yo, who came first? Where did the first woman come from?
they don't want to hear it.
Yeah, they don't want to hear it. Of course
They don't
not.
wanna hear it.
Of course not. But hey, let's read though.
Let's keep going.
You know, hey,
Let's get it.
it says, and the evening and the morning were the fifth day.
Come on now.
And Yahweh said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, and beasts of the
See that? It
earth after
said
his kind,
After
and it was
his
so.
kind, meaning the seed came from the man. After his kind. So like these fucking Edomites and all that, they be like, oh, we want to be by ourselves. Cool. I want you to be like that. Because now we can look at you, yeah, they're the devils right there.
You could differ.
You could that's why the Lord, when you go with the trees, back in Genesis, the first chapter, where we're in, you go up 2 verses, right? Talks about the trees. This is a family tree. That's why we went to Matthew, the first chapter, when it lays it down. And yo, but matter of fact, we can even go into the Dukes of Edom.
Yeah.
Because those are some important Edomites.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
guess what? They're slaves.
Up in the UK. Yeah. Up in the UK, which is written up in the scriptures.
Wow.
You know, because that's the same family that's passing these judicial laws, these executive orders.
Right.
Why do you think everything is about to hit the fan where they're taking the rights of the poor? As it says in Isaiah, the 10th chapter. You know, with Trump and all that. All hell is about to break loose, man. And then now they're talking about the banks having something's going to go on with the banks this October. Which, in order for World War III to occur, there has to be an economic collapse. There's something going to happen within the banks this October. So we'll see. That's why the scripture said, watch it, pray. Who the fuck is watching anything? And even if they are, what are they watching for? Right?
John,
You know?
let's keep reading. And Yahweh made the beasts of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And Yahweh saw that it was good.
That's right. You see that? So he saw that it was good. So when y'all people talk about y'all want to study y'all kind and everything, that's fine. I'm with that. I'm with it, 100%. Because that's the only thing that we're seeing. Now, once the slave starts waking up and speaking against the slave master, it's a problem because you had us in so much derision. That's the problem right there. Because it's like, damn, these niggas waking up. They're going to wake up their people. We got to shut these things up. The same way that y'all been doing in history, like where you get the Levi's jeans from, when you with the horses, and with the gene in the middle, and he try to rip it. You had the horses run down the gene, the risers.
Sick.
They try to destroy the gene, and they do it in front of the whole community, man. See, I got your strongest man right here. Guess what? I'm gonna fuck him up. That's why we're in Genesis, the first chapter, because of the genes, man. You know, the strongest animal. A lion is not the strongest animal in the jungle. It's the most respected. That's why they say he's the king of the jungle. He takes down fucking elephants, hyenas. Whatever's in the jungle, a lion can handle that. Because that's his nature. You know? Let an elephant try to be a king of the jungle and see how far they get you. They're scared of fucking mice because it'll crawl up in their trunk. That's what they're scared of. Because they use their trunk for everything. That's just like a nigga now with a fucking cell phone. You need your cell phone. Oh, I got a car, I need for my job. But back 30 years ago, I thought you was going to work. 30 years ago, you ain't had no motherfucking cell phones, man.
The Lord probably made her forget something.
Yeah,
She gotta go back home now. She's going to work that way.
She was all asking.
Yeah.
I was the one who asked the question.
Right.
I gotta go to work. Now, damn, that was a fast ass shit.
Hey, right. Hey, and it says, and Yahweh said, let us make man in our own image,
See that? Yo,
after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea.
And see who that's talking about? It's talking about the Israelite man. Because he's giving them dominion over all these things because he know that we're going to be able to handle that, man. Righteously. Because look, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Look what they doing with the earth right now, man. It's fucked up. It's bullshit. That's why we're the rightful owners of this place.
Sure.
You got it, bro.
God. And Yahweh said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth.
Come on now.
So Yahweh created man in his own image. In the image of Yahweh created he him. Male and female created he them. So Yahweh created, right? And then after that, it was through the seed of a man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. So what comes after that? Laws to regulate what he created for things to be in order.
Yo, excuse me. Miss.
Yeah, she gone. Hey, it's Jake and Eve is marking
Yo,
themselves,
that's
right?
right.
So they can't say nothing.
A false balance is abomination to the Lord.
Oh,
Because the things is a false balance. It's a filthy act. Scripture said the earth is given to the hands of the wicked.
wow.
Everything is false balance right now. It's all out of it's chaotic, inside out. You know what I mean? Like there's no righteous laws. There's no. So
God.
that's
Hey,
why the Lord always brought out certain men.
Yo, but listen, man. You said no righteous laws, right? But the Lord, the only righteous laws is in the Bible. Laws, statutes, and commandments. You know?
Oh, is it?
I was trying to hit man.
Yeah, we definitely do that next time. Man.
Come.
Well, let's y'all gonna go back to the Black Dragon too. Yeah, let me know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come. Hey, Shalom, boy. Y'all must have something about that.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6, verse 16. It says, thus said the Lord Yahweh, stand ye in the ways, and see and ask for the old path. Where is the good way?
That's right, y'all. The whole paths going back to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They all followed the same path, the good path, the good way, the same way that we're trying to follow right now to this day. You know?
It says, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. And they said, we will not walk therein. So
Our people, they don't want to walk in these laws. That's the commandment. Like we said, 613 laws. Matter of fact.
every society that collapsed, man.
Hey, excuse me, brother. Can I ask you a
people's
question? Yo, you know how many laws in the Bible? I heard exactly what you said. But you're going to hear the Lord one day.
You don't care. Because at the end of the day, they don't consider the words of the Lord. Oh, who are these niggas? They just out on the corner. That's the same thing they said about Yahushua. Who is this man? He built my house. That's cool. Because the Lord always sent out the ones you least expect. Alright? The ones you least expect. Not your Kanye West, not your Jay-Z, not your... Yo, we not. Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, He's ultimate. So He don't need to send him the ultimate musician to give you His words. He'll send you the lowest to tell you the truth. Wherever the truth may come from. Because at the end of the day, the sheep shall hear His voice. You know? So, I'm going to read this again. The Lord, hey man, the Lord don't deal with quantity. He deals with quality. He don't gotta deal with numbers. It's only two of us. Average man, you probably worked at your job. Oh, that's my man. So what? But the truth, the counsel of the Lord shall stand. What y'all niggas believe in? You believe in the counsel of your jobs, the counsel of your birth certificate, you know what I'm saying? Child support, whatever. None of that shit's gonna fucking stand. The words of the Lord is gonna stand. You know? At the end of the day. That's what's gonna give us salvation. Salvation. What's salvation? What's salvation? Salvation, these people don't know what salvation is. Oh, I got a new, whatever. But to be saved. You know? why it says right here in the book of St. Matthew, chapter 13, verse 13. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand.
That's right. So no, they don't understand. You know, they hate to hear these words because they're so used to being caught up in this wicked society, man. They love it. They love it to be so. They don't understand. They don't. They don't. Matter of fact, they would forbear to hear this truth. But we understand that. That's how, yo, when people walk up and down the street and I ask them, I'm like, yo, can I ask you a question? I'm really being sarcastic. Because I know you don't know the fucking answer.
Like the outside, man.
Right. And I just wanted to let our people see how dumbed down our people are, man. These people might know. Hey, excuse me, sir. Sir. He like, yo, don't look over there. Becky, they're one of those guys. But guess what, yo, man? Wherever we put the shame, if we be a part of that number, we're going to get that fame, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. Because that's what we are here for. That's why you got to understand. That's why Yahweh Shah walked to and fro in the midst of the congregations of Israelites. You know? Where was it? In the hood, the ghettos. Where was it?
Nazareth.
Nazareth. Right? He walked in the midst of Nazareth. And you niggas look down on that. Right? But it's okay. Because at the end of the day, that's who the words got to go out to. We was in Nazareth. We heard the words.
We here now.
We here now. So, can't look down on nobody. But at the end of the day, know your people, bring out the word, and move forward. You know? Yahweh Shai, man. That's
Yo,
what's coming
matter
up.
of fact, speaking of Nazareth, right? And let's touch on this topic with the hair, right? A lot of brothers in Israel got a problem with hair. You want to grow your shit long. You want to have shit locks. When you don't understand what the whole thing is about, man. Well, Samson had locks. Well, it didn't say dreadlocks, dickhead. It said locks, meaning you can unlock them. That's like a braid or a plait.
Right, a twist.
When you look up the word, that's what it goes into. You know?
Gun.
Matter of fact, grab number 6 and 5. You probably started this one. But this is the vow of a Nazarite. With a lot of dudes now, I'm a Nazarite. And then, well, nigga, well, guess what? You can't celebrate the Passover because you have to drink of the blood of the grape, of the vine.
I got it.
You know.
It's the book of Numbers, chapter 6, verse
And this
5.
is a vow from Samson.
It
All right.
says, all the days of the vow of his separation there shall no razor come upon his head.
See that? Yo, no razor. So you ain't supposed to be shaving your shit bald.
Until the days be fulfilled.
Exactly. You ain't supposed to shave your shit bald with the bick. And yo, that's what Babylon pushes heavy, man. The furthermore keep our people fucked up and trapped in the dumbed down state with the shape ups, all that shit. All that's a violation to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Arachah HaKodash, because we are a separate people, man. We're not like the other nations, man. We're nothing like them. And you can't be like him. Which the Lord is showing you more and more and more every single day. Why you think you niggas getting deported? And they talking about ICE got a situation where if you got a Hispanic last name, they're erasing you out of the system. Why? Because it's their system to do so. That's why you're supposed to trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Arachaha Kwadash. Not these other motherfuckers, man.
That's right.
Because they can go into their computer. All they do, you stop you. Oh, let me go on my computer, see what's going on with this guy. The fuck out of here, man. Go ahead, bro. And this is another, because you niggas, you Northern Kingdom niggas like to get lined up and all that bullshit and worship all these different gods. So who are you going to call on when this thing hits the fan? Who are you calling on now that ICE is coming through? Fucking dickheads.
Right, with that chalk on the shape of that chalk shit.
Come on, yep. Yeah, look like a fresh body.
Yeah, like a
Outline that shit.
use outline, nigga. Like use that, yo, that's crazy. Cause you doing that to yourself.
God.
Not even thinking it.
That's right. That's right, bro.
Shit. What you go for there?
Who's that one, right?
7, like 6 and 7.
6 and 1, 6 and 1, 6. Sorry about
It says,
when is it 5?
oh, alright, I read it. Verse 3, it says, he shall separate himself from wine strong drink, and shall drink no vinegar or wine.
See, and that's going into the judge.
Right.
Yeah, because that's a judge. So for a judge, you can't be all tipsy. Judge is something. That's why it says rebuke not at the wine, man. The scriptures say that. Rebuke not at the wine. So if you drinking and all that shit, you can't. You just need to chalk it up.
Right? It says, neither shall he drink any liquor of grapes. It says, of grapes nor eat, moisture grapes were dry in all the days of his separation.
So that's going into drink of wine. You know, but of course nowadays, Yahushua, he didn't take that vow as a Nazarene because he knew that he had to practice the Passover. And with the Passover, you have to drink that wine, man. You know, that's a part of the ceremony. That's a part of it. So these niggas, for their excuses, oh, I'm a Nazarite, I'm growing my hair, and your hair is past your shoulders, you're full of shit. And that's where it comes when niggas try to twist up the Bible and all that. You're full of shit, man. And your shit is being shown. Look at Gorilla Hebrew. Look at that nigga. What happened? You got pumped in your anus by your woman. She exposed you. Because that's what the woman does. Now all of a sudden this is a movement. And if I'm not mistaken, you could have probably took the vow of Nazarite. That's why you got that long ass hair. Because you's a bitch. And you always been a bitch. That's why the Lord not supping with you.
Right. It says, which of the days be fulfilled, in the which he separated himself unto the Lord, he shall be holy, and shall let the locks of the hair of his head grow.
See that? The locks. That's like a cornrow or a plait when you go into the word. Maklapa, if I'm not mistaken. Maklapa means braid. like a, it's a
Right.
braid.
Like not dreads.
Yeah, kind of not dread because it don't say. It says locks,
Locks.
not dread locks. That's where you niggas get it fucked up.
Just like when somebody tie their shoelaces. Yo, let me lock my laces real quick.
Huh,
They're putting it together.
huh.
One. That doesn't mean that it's fucking, you know what I'm saying? All together as one place. Doesn't make any sense. Because that's a heathenistic custom. You know?
Go out down 13.
Nobody knows speak to
Verse 13 it says, and it's and this is the law of the Nazarene. From the days of his separation of the Pharaoh, he shall be brought unto the house. What? Be brought unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. Right? Because what congregation are you going to? You know? What? Like right now we have in church. If somebody comes up to us and they got dreads, we're gonna let them know like, yo, this, that, and third, this is what the scriptures say. If they smoke, or if they, whatever the case may be, right? You let them know. Righteous. That's righteous indignation. You know? Because a lot of our people don't know what certain sins they committed. They're just doing it because they learned it from this world. I'm gonna smoke bud, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. They don't know no better. Their parents don't know no better, so they ain't telling them any better. You know? So that's why when they hear strangers saying certain things to them, they want to come back. That's fine though. That's cool. Because they heard it. That's what that matters. Is that they heard it. You know? Just like when they bought that Yahweh shot. Who's this 12-year-old? Who is he telling us? It don't matter about his age. It don't matter where he was at. But the point is that you heard it. You heard it. Because where did the words come from? The Father. The one that created all of us. That's what that matters.
Yo, real quick. The brother said too, man. Like, yo, when we come out here on these highways and hedges, right? We're basically giving a vow to Yahweh Hashem outside. By Hashem Arachakadash. That's why the scriptures tell you, no man that putteth his hand to the plow and turned his back is not worthy to rule into the kingdom, man. You know? This thing is deadly serious. Check it out. This is Deuteronomy chapter 23, in verse 21. It says, when thou shalt vow a vow unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua our power, thou shalt not slack to pay it. For Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua our power will surely require it of thee. And it would be sin in thee. So if you don't come out and you vow to the Lord, which the only ones that could do that is the Israelite man. You vow a vow, yo, Lord, I'm gonna do your work. If he calls you. If he calls you. Many are called, few are chosen. So if you're called, you want to be a part of that chosen few. You know? Anybody can come out here on the highways and hedges and talk shit. Anybody could do that. But yo, we're not talking shit. We're telling you the truth. We're telling you to turn back to your power. we're telling you about World War One, World War Two, World War Three, because that's the next one to come. Yo, the prophets before it that was talking about World War One, yo, people probably ain't believe that. I know they ain't believe it. Oh, there'd never be a world war. Yeah, fuck out of here. Yeah, there's always been world wars. It just what time are you living in?
Right, time here.
And we're living in the ultimate time. The ultimate. Yo, we're in Babylon, man. We're stuck here. We don't got money to get up and fucking move out of here. And even if we did, we couldn't. Because the Lord got us here because we gave him a vow, man. Ain't no fucking running. Ain't no hiding. We out here week in and week out on the same corner. So whoever want to do whatever to us, you can do it. Because you know when we out here, man. Back in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23 and verse 22, it says, but if thou shalt forbear to vow, it shall be no sin in thee. That which is gone out of thy lips, thou shalt keep and perform. I'm going to read that again. That which is gone out of thy lips, thou shalt keep and perform. Even a free will offering, according as thou hast vowed unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua thy power, which thou hast promised with thy mouth. So we come out here and we're speaking this word. We're held accountable before the ones that we're speaking it to.
That's a fact. We're more acceptable because we know better. We out here in the forefront. You know? These people, they don't know. They don't know what's really going on. They're lost in the darkness. But the Lord, and who granted blessings, the Lord blessed us with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to bring it out, to give us that encouragement to bring it out to our knucklehead ass people, just like he did to Ezekiel, Jeremiah, Isaiah, Yahushua, all of them. All these motherfuckers is knuckleheads. But the words is going out. That's why I say, then shall they know that a prophet is among them. What you mean, then shall they know? Well, when all hell break loose, then they're gonna know. Oh, yeah, wasn't these people saying such and such? As in the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. And Yahushua come back with them chariots in the heavens, as Noah did with the ship. Oh, let us sin, let us sin. No. That all y'all niggas gonna burn in that fire, because that's what y'all wanted. That's what y'all desire. Because that's all this place is gonna be held to. Nothing but fucking ashes, you know? And that's why we out here. When we not out here, that's when y'all really gotta be worried. When the words of the Lord is not going out no more, that's when you really gotta worry. You know? That's why when we heard the Lord, I know the brother, the elder bro, me myself, when I heard the words, and I'm like, damn, like I felt fearful, like, oh, hold on. Let me get, you know, let me correct myself, like, yo, the water, like.
Yo, even,
You know?
like, even like, yo, what the brother said, like, that's heavy, because that's why, like, them churches and everything, that's how I know it's bullshit. Because when I came into the truth, the first times I heard the words of Yahweh, I went and got me a Bible. And I started reading the laws, statutes, and commandments first. Yo, I felt so convicted. I said, damn, Lord, I broke all of them, damn. I broke damn near every law in this Bible. But yet you still had that compassion to have us out here on the highways and hedges, man. That's crazy. You know? But like I said, my thoughts are not your thoughts. My ways are not your ways, man. You know? The Lord is awesome, man. And that's why a lot of people hate him, because they wasn't called, and not just they wasn't called, they wasn't chosen. Because many are called, and the ones that were called, they're going to hate him too because they wasn't chosen.
Matter of fact, I had a precept for you.
Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 19, verse 20. It says,
Huh.
Proverbs chapter 19, verse 20. It says, hear counsel and receive instruction, that thou mayest be wise in thy latter end.
Yo, and that's what we're giving to. This is the counsel of the Lord.
That's your
This is wisdom. So what it say at the latter end?
It says, hear counsel and receive instruction,
Yo, instruction, that's what we're giving you.
that thou mayest be wise in thy latter end. There are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord, that shall stand.
It says there's many devices in a man's heart. That's your mind. Because your mind is always twisting and turning and boom, boom, boom. With this earth. That's why they always try to keep your mind occupied. Like one thing, like when I was locked up, one thing I heard from an old head, he was like, man, they got my body locked up. He said, but they can't have my mind. And I was like, oh shit. I never really dug it. So like now I'm still locked up because we're on the outside, but this is still jail. Because this is a captivity that we're in. You know? But they can't have your mind. Just like the rest of these people out here, they got their minds, man. They got their mind.
Right? That's why the scriptures say, if the head is sick, the whole body is sick.
That's right, brother.
Because if they got your mind, your body don't mean nothing.
That's right.
No matter how it looks.
That's right.
That's why the scriptures told. That's why the Lord told the beloved elder Samuel. He looks at the inward part of you. You don't look at the outward part.
No.
I'm talking about King David.
That's right.
You know, anybody can look at you. Oh no, this guy. Oh, look at him. They said that about you. I was shot.
Yeah.
We can say that about any of you niggas.
That's right. That's right.
But that's gonna change. But the counsel of this word, that's gonna stand. Because all hell's about to break loose, man.
Already started.
You know? And that's what's gonna keep us stable. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that. The Lord said that. That's what's gonna keep you stable. All these people, when people don't got nothing to lose, they're gonna lose it. No food, no none of that. Because in this society, they never witnessed certain things like that. That's why these places refer to as the virgin daughter. That's why this place is referred to as the virgin daughter. Because they walk around like that. Like they you know. But when you have something to lose, or when you have, where you going to repent to? That's why the scripture says, then shall they seek me early. You're supposed to seek him early now. So Isaiah says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found, call upon him while he is near. Because all throughout different captivities, the Lord set up men to prophesy to fucking coconut head ass people. Yo, famine is coming. World War III is coming. All these plagues is coming. You know? Christianity is not going to save you. Islam is not going to save you. None of that is going to save you. You know, Catholics, whatever. Because if you don't know where you're from, you don't know where you're going to go, because at the end of the day, Yahweh Shah came from the house of Judah. You know? It's not for everybody.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 13, verse 6.
Bring it up.
It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And now you got a thing, right, with the image that said free, rich and poor, free or bond. Bond meaning you're locked the fuck up. So you got, and I just brought this out the other day on the video, right? When I was talking about now you got a situation where all you gotta do is watch that movie Demolition Man with Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone, and it tells you, because they had the mark of the beast in there, they had all that in there. But he was a criminal, and they froze him. But basically, basically what they're trying to do is implant you with the chip in your mind, right? So it'll seem like you did 50 years within 7 minutes, because in your mind it's going to feel like that. But now when they 7 minutes, that's how long the process took. 7 minutes. So once they put that thing in, he took it. Because yo, a nigga, like I know a nigga right now doing 50 years upstate. This nigga is doing 50 years. So he would be the one, I'll take it. So I can get out of here in 7 minutes? Yeah, I'll take it. Because they broke you niggas, man. That's why it says rich and poor, free and bond. They got a way to get at all you niggas, man.
Yeah, and they're going to come in the name of convenience.
That's right.
It can help you with this, that, and
That's
the
right.
third.
That's right.
It can help the blind. It can help the paraplegics.
Right. Yep.
Whatever.
That's what they doing too.
You know, and that's why they want to take your benefits, because they're going to put you against, your back's against the walls. But I mean you so-called Negroes, that's our people. You niggas, man. Latinos and Native American Indians, which are the biblical Israelites. You're not going to get no benefits no more. Our people are seeing it now. They're losing their benefits. So for you to be like, yeah, I got union, nigga. That shit don't mean nothing. I had union, bro. That shit don't mean nothing. Food stamps, my food stamp up, all of that. A lot of people's benefits is getting cut off. You know, now they get Section 8. What, in New York? Cut it off. I think they got like 2 years of Section 8. Those are the ones that's going to, our people, listen. That's why they're going to cry to the Lord. Because of the way they are now. They don't want to take heed. That's why they're going to, we remember them, we saw them at one point. That don't mean nothing. You know? But you're going to be the same motherfuckers that try to run into that same ark of Noah. Let us in. Don't. No. Your ass is done. Right now you got the chance. Like it tells you in 2 Esdras, the 9th chapter, how they receive benefits that have not known me. They're going to be dwelling in torment. In torment. Not all heaven's going to be.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16 again. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the number of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, For it is the number of a man, and his number is 636. Kasa stigma. You know? And that's what's coming down the pipeline to all you niggas that get down with that system. You've been warned, you've been talked to. It's to the point where the Lord is about to shut the prophet's mouths up, man. Just like John the Baptist's father, Zacharias, when he prophesied about his son, and his mouth, his tongue cleaved to the top of his mouth, man. Where he couldn't speak no more. Yeah, we in those times. So be happy when you see us out here every week. Be happy that you see us. Because when you stop seeing us, that's when everything's about to go down.
That's right.
But this shit will we read about every weekend, week out, throughout the week, we talk about it. This chip was coming. That's the end all be all. Who you want to choose? Which side are you going to choose? Are you going to choose Esau's side, or are you going to choose Yahweh's side? That's just the bottom line, man. You know? Get up out of here.
Revelation 14, and verse 9.
Bring it on!
It says, bear with me. It says, Revelation chapter 14, verse number 9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and its image, Lord,
That being taken to mark.
and his forehead poured in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God,
Right.
which is poured out without mixture.
Yo, and the Lord is telling you this. If you take this mark, this is what the brother's reading. Go ahead, bro. That's what's going to happen to you. And we ain't going to give a fuck.
It says, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God. You're going to drink the wine of the wrath of the Lord. They don't understand what that really means.
That should make you tremble.
That's incomprehensive to a lot of these
That
niggas.
should make you tremble.
That means when you get the dregs of the wine, when you get the last bit, the sour grapes, the bitter sweet, nigga, the bitter of what the last of what you got going on. This society's gonna feel the worst. In fact, these people don't know what famine feels like. Plagues feel like really, like a true third country, which this place is going to become to real soon. That's why it's referred to as the Persian Gulf. These people are about to feel it. No more comfortability. This ain't not rest. Because that's why the Lord always sent out prophets before that uncomfortability arrived. Because these people want to hear smooth things. Well, when you lose your money, then that's when you're gonna know. That's the last final prophecy, digital currency. It says, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints. Here is slaughter. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach.
So the patience of the saints. And patience means the suffering. Here's the suffering of the saints. Because we are here suffering. It's like that movie they got called Sinners. Why do you think they put Jake in there? They know the only ones that can sin is Jake.
Right.
You Israelites that break the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. You don't even know how many laws, statutes, and commandments there are. That's why I asked. That's why I was asking people that walk past. How many laws is in the Bible? They can't tell you because they break all of them. Man. And they would love to have it so.
Right. It's not just 10.
But that's all Esau gives you. And that's showing you how much of a devil that he is. I'm gonna just give you 10 out of 613. So where's the other 603 laws at? But you just gave us 10. So you left out 603. That's crazy. Because if you break one, you break them all.
Yep.
It's crazy.
That's why we need the Lord to come back, man, and He's coming back. He's coming back.
Hey, so Lord's willing, this camp was edifying. We got something out of it. So with that, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostle, the elders, and bishops of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. So next week, we're going to see Wafa Papa Bob, Kwam Nasara. Shalom.
Shalom.